Hello, hello, hello. My new series, Clockin' Tea with Rose. Special guest, Nominatis on TikTok, Clockin'. I'm finna clock some tea real quick with my best friend. Because the first tea I'm clocking is with Natalie Nunn. How you gonna sit here and let Big Lex and Dolly call you a B and bark up at you? Well, I can't say Big Lex barked up at you, but she did call you a B. And Dolly bark up at you. You went from being loud to humbling yourself down like you're not the CEO. But then just the first episode of Africa, you were just telling Scotty who you calling a B. You heard Scotty calling you a B from you, Anna, and her screaming over each other. But yet again, you telling me you didn't hear Big Lex calling you a B and making hand gestures and all this and that, and you just standing there mute. Like, I just don't get that. Because, girl, it's like you pick and choose, like they said. But then again, you did stay on the bus. You pick and choose your fights. But, girl, don't pick and choose when to be a boss. Because, girl, why they calling you all types of B's and you putting them on? Because, you know, what's her name? Jasmine said, they dick ride you. Because it's like, girl, Scotty can't call you a B and she's been your bestie for how many seasons? Because I'm not understanding that. Best friend, what's your opinion? Hello, Cam. Then you just go mute?
Best friend, you asking me questions?
I just asked you what was your opinion. Best friend, it doesn't matter if it's audio, girl. You better talk your shit, baby. No. Get into it.
Okay, what was the question?
I was saying, Bez, how do you feel about that? How Natalie was sitting there like, you know, best friend, she was quick to hear when Scotty called her a B. And remember, before Anna swung at her and they did the tussle, she was mad because Anna was disrespecting her. But yet again, you see how Lex was like, you chilling with a bitch that sat here and called you ugly. And then you heard Dolly say when Natalie was like, if you clocked it, when Natalie was like, oh, I'm mad at her for starting with you. When Dolly screamed, bitch, I didn't start with her. You heard her. She said, who? When is seeing you? When? Like, girl. So I'm confused, girl. You really picking and choosing like you're not the CEO. I think they need to give it to Diamond. So what you think about her being picky choosy?
I feel like Rolly handled the situation better than Natalie did because all Natalie had to do was go through the same shit Rolly did. Best friend, when she got up and went to Dolly and said, give her the chain, you don't want to go home. Oh, but you see how quick Dolly got that chain when she heard the word home?
Got it quick, too.
She was acting like she was too scared to say it. You kept saying you saying it multiple times. You in the conference room talking about you saying it, but you're not saying it. Because if any bitch who worked for me, so like when I tell you to give somebody back the chain and you still didn't do it, then what are you here for? I'm your boss. This is my show. That's it. Natalie just scary Mary. Only time she got fed up with Dolly was at the club. Clock it. Because, girl, she was dancing with Big Lex like that. She was even dancing with Summer Bummer like that. So why the fuck is you so mad? Because she coached somebody how to fight. She been coaching everybody how to fight. She just was coaching Wesley how to fight Tabby. That don't mean that that you the enemy. Did you forget you did a beef for her that fast?
I think she forgot that.
I think she forgot that. That's why I think she thought they still was beefing because she forgot how scary she is. That she did a beef for her at the beginning of the show.
And another thing we clock in, it's like, why is it the simple fact is that everybody wants us to admit that Big Lex beat up Fania, but they don't want to admit that Fania slipped. Like the whole world, nobody's blind. Like the girl clearly slipped. She lost fair and square. But to make it seem like Big Lex dog Fania, when Fania only was bleeding in her mouth, I don't know where it was busted. That girl had no knots on her face. The camera clearly zoomed in on Fania. Fania's face was fine. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like they don't know what beat up is. I don't think they know what beat up is. What beat up is how Tavi was doing Dolly the whole episode. What do you think about that Fania and Big Legs?
Fania and Big Legs? Look at what's in the trivia. You can see she slipped. But when she got right back up in the fort, unlike how Big Lex was trying to make it seem like from the clip that she just fell.
And that's what I clocked too. That's what I clocked too. I'm like, Fania never went on social media and said she won. She never said that. She responded back to Big Lex when Big Lex was like, oh, but when you fall, aren't you supposed to get back up? Like, girl, she didn't get back up. That girl got back up multiple times. Like, what do you mean? That's all we saying. And then you being mad at Scotty for saying she's pretty. When Big Lex, you're pretty too, girl. I'm not understanding, girl. You making these people hate you even more.
You know, she's just gets hater. She just hates Scott. Who knows why? Who knows why?
Like, for real. Like, who, like, you right. Like, who really knows why and stuff like that. Now, we about to cause an uproar. What you feel about this Nicki Minaj and SZA beef? What you clocking? Because, baby, the only thing I can say is, though, if they owe her coin, they need to give her coin. And if she's speaking out because they owe her coin for real, she needs to speak out and owe her coin. But if SZA was wrong for tweeting at her first, then yes, she had all rights to respond to SZA. But now, if Nicki Minaj is still going, girl. Nicki Minaj is still going afterwards, baby. She was going on days, baby. Nights, if you will. I'm just saying, you know what she was doing. She was on this tripping, like, still going for days.